Hey y'all, I'm Tiffany with Hilltop Tulips, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys what I plan to seed start for the 2021 gardening season. So it's getting super close, it's time to get started, and I've been waiting on a few things to come in, and now that I've got my orders in, I wanted to go ahead and do a comprehensive video. There's just a couple things missing that I'll mention while I'm going through the video. There are some things that we buy from like actual started plants already. A lot of times they're to replace something that we might have lost, like transplanting or something like that. So, but I try to start out seed starting as much as possible. Now there's a few different reasons that I like to start from seed. One of them is for financial reasons. A lot of times you get more plants from a packet of seeds than if you went and purchased an actual plant. So for example, these jalapenos from In My Gardener, I actually got them last year when his seeds were 99 cents a pack. They went up to $2, COVID, all that fun stuff. But still, $2 for a pack of seeds is a great deal, and it says approximate seed count 50. You cannot buy 50 jalapeno pepper plants for $2. So given that I start all these and keep them alive and get them in the ground, I've got 50 jalapeno plants for $2. So it's a great idea to do economically. Also, just a note, if you are on food stamps or SNAP benefits, SNAP will pay for edible seeds and plants. So you can use that if that's an opportunity for you. You can use that to buy some things to get planted as well. There is another reason that I like to start from seed, and that is your varieties. So when you buy a plant in the store, usually it's going to be some type of hybrid, or it'll be like a beefsteak or Better Boy or something like that. As far as tomatoes, it's not a huge selection, and some things it's hard to find, like started cabbage plants. I've never seen those in my local Walmart lawn and garden. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough, but I've never seen them. And the time of year that we can plant them around here, because we live down in the south, so it's a small window of time to grow things like cabbage, broccoli, things like that. They don't have anything in the lawn and garden section really, as far as plants. So you have a wider variety when you start from seed. You have a wider window as well, because the plants that you get in the store are only available in their prime condition for a certain period of time. You're not going to be able to get a regular, tomato plant at a decent price. Later on in the season, they're either going to be really large and outgrown their pots and root bound and have issues because they should have been planted out already. And then earlier in the season, you may not be able to get them. If you have like a greenhouse or something like that, you might not be able to get started plants as early as you want them, because there's a season for it and the stores don't start carrying them until then. So I like to be able to be on my own timeline, because I usually start some things earlier than I should. I know that I should wait, but I'll start a few things, and then I'll start the bulk of my items, and then I'll start some more later to replace anything that didn't survive the transplant, or if we had like a really late frost or a really hot day that killed all our little plants that we planted out, whatever might happen. I usually start several different waves of plants. So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys what I plan to start this year, or grow from seed. We have Birdhouse Gourds. We grew a bunch of those. These are from Baker Creek, by the way, Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. We grew a bunch of those last year and they did pretty well. I have a gourd curing right now, and the rest are, I actually garden at my dad's house right now. He has a huge in-ground garden. I have some containers at my house, but I rent and I'm not able to plant in the ground. We have a bunch of Birdhouse Gourds up at his house, and we'll probably start some more of those this year. And he also requested dipper gourds. So I got these from Zella Jake Farm and Garden on Etsy. So it's 10 dipper gourd seeds, and these were less than $2 for 10. some herbs that I plan to grow. Here I have from In My Gardener, and this is my by far favorite seed company. I love Baker Creek, and I'll even buy some from the store, and I have lots of seeds that were just given to me, but my first go-to is always In My Gardener. I have basil, which did really well last year. I started that from seed and it did really well. And oregano, I still have an oregano plant. They will overwinter. They can survive the winter. I'll mulch around it a little bit just to keep it protected, but like in the middle of the summer, I let it get dry. I'm a forgetful gardener. I let it get completely dry, and I just thought it was dead, and my grandma was like, keep watering it, see what happens. And I was like, I'm watering a dead plant. I feel ridiculous. And then I saw some green, and then it came back, and by the end of the season, like, it was a full oregano plant looking beautiful. So oregano is super forgiving. If you like oregano, try to grow that, and I'm telling you, if it survived me, it will survive you. Another thing we're going to grow this year from In My Gardener is glass gem corn. We always grow silver queen corn, and that's one thing I don't have that we're still looking for. I haven't been able to find it in stock yet at a price I want to pay. So we'll get some big packs of silver queen corn, but we're going to try this glass gem corn as well. I actually should have started these already, so I will probably do that in the next couple of days. I'll do my best to get it done the next couple of days. From In My Gardener, I have cabbage, Copenhagen market cabbage, and calabrese, broccoli. I think I'm saying that right, but my cabbage and broccoli, I'm going to try to get those started. Like I said, we live in the South, and a lot of times it's too warm for these. These are called Brassicas. A lot of times it's too warm for Brassicas. They'll bolt really quick before they get to a head. So your best bet to keep them from bolting is to start them inside, like at the end of January, or around January. In our area, at least. I'm in 7B. We're going to try to start them inside here as soon as possible, like mid to end of January, and then try to get them out as soon as they're strong enough and you don't have any more danger of frost. They can handle really low temperatures, and they can handle a freeze if they're a mature plant. So that's why some people have good luck with them in the fall. They can handle a freeze, but we're going to try to get some in the spring. We just got to work on our timing for that. I haven't been able to get any yet, but I was watching Jess from Roots and Refuge, and she was talking about how this was her gardening season last year. She was talking about how everything, I think it was her cabbage, she was excited to have some because she struggles, because she's in 7A or B as well. So I don't feel so bad. If Jess struggles with it, then I feel okay struggling with it. This is only my 3rd year gardening. Let's move on. My melons. I have from In My Gardener Tigger melons, and I'm going to try to grow these at my house in a container because they are container friendly. If you just find something like pantyhose or like produce netting or something to hold them up once they start to grow, because when they're fully ripe, they'll let go of the vine and you'll have a melon on the ground. But these are best trellised or grown in some type of something that keeps them up off the ground. Whereas I'm also going to grow Jubilee watermelon. We're going to grow these in the in-ground garden. And I have been asking my dad for a long time to grow some watermelon, and he says no, we don't have room for it. But this year, my 3-year-old, Elizabeth, which you might have seen in some of my other videos, she asked him, and he said, sure, we'll till up some ground at in a different location so we can have you a watermelon patch. I would have had the 3-year-old ask him sooner if I knew that's all it took. Alright, and these are for my dad. I'm not a fan. I'm going to try them. I try them every year. I've tried them different ways. I'm trying really hard to like okra. I love the plants. I think the plants are beautiful. The flowers are beautiful. Just don't necessarily like okra myself. But for my dad, I got Clemson Spineless okra and Long Pod Perkins okra. These looked really cool. I saw them on probably Jess's video from Roots and Refuge. I can't remember for sure, but I've seen them somewhere. Let's see. Then we have our, from In My Gardener, Early Prolific Straightneck Squash. This is a 30 count pack, and I have 2 of them. And then I have my Black Beauty zucchini, a 30 count pack, and I have 2 of them as well. And what we'll do is plant maybe 1 pack of these, and then halfway through the season, when the squash bugs have ravaged our squash, we will plant another round. So we'll succession plant, because they only days to maturity 55 days, so that is really quick. We have time to go ahead and get a second round of those in, and we battle so many squash bugs, it's ridiculous. So we just plant extra because we know they're going to eat them, and then just succession plant to try to get what we need out of it before they take over. And I've used the Dawn in a spray bottle. We go through and pick them off. We get off all the eggs. I've probably tried everything. If you have any tips for battling squash bugs, please leave them in the comments below, because they're awful. We've had hornworms before, but nothing like squash bugs. We've had hornworms, aphids. I've had to deal with garden pests a little bit, but the squash bugs are ridiculous. So let me know how you guys treat those. And we are organic. We try not to use pesticides. I haven't had to. I may be able to use them and battle the squash bugs, but I don't want to do that. I don't know any situation where we would use pesticides. I'd rather pull the plants, burn them, and plant more than use a pesticide. Just me, not judging anyone else. That's just how we like to garden. Then my cucumbers, I'm really excited about these. Are these them? Cucumber? Yes, Be It Alpha. Okay, I may be saying that wrong. I also watched the Stivers Homestead, and these are their favorite cucumbers, I believe. That's where I saw these. And they say Be It Alpha, so I'm going to say Be It Alpha, and if that's the wrong pronunciation, I'm going to blame it on them. So I ordered these from Baker Creek, Be It Alpha cucumber seeds, and then I placed an order for my very favorite tomato seeds. Make sure I'm saving the best for last. I got my pepper and my tomato stack right here. But I ordered I say my favorite, but I don't know that they're my favorite yet. I'm really excited to grow these tomato seeds that I ordered. And Seeds and Such online, they give a free seed packet. Baker Creek does as well. I meant to say that, but I haven't come across. That's a free seed packet from Baker Creek. Baker Creek gives a free seed packet with your order, and they give more depending on how much you order. I'm not sure about Seeds and Such. I didn't know they gave away a free seed pack with your order, but they gave me Be It Alpha seeds, Be It Alpha cucumber seeds with my tomatoes that I ordered. And sometimes you get like off the wall stuff. I don't grow carrots, and I got a lot of carrots last year or the year before. I got Kohlrabi this year, which is an interesting looking plant, but I'm not sure if I'm going to grow it. I'm not sure if I want to try it for experimental reasons due to the whole pandemic and all that. I want to try to produce more of our own food, so I'm trying to just do what's prolific, what we're going to eat. So I don't know if I want to experiment with kohlrabi and give that space yet. I don't know. We'll think about it. But I was really excited to get these as my free seed, something that I was already planning on growing. So we just have more of these. And then I have Straightneck. These are from Burpee. These were given to me. But I have Straightneck cucumbers, and these are Garden Sweet Burpless Hybrid. So we will eat most of those fresh. I don't always get a chance to can cucumbers or pickle cucumbers. We usually go through them really fast. We grow for my dad and my mom, their household, then my sister and her little girl, and then my household, which is me, my husband, and my 2 little girls. So a lot of times produce doesn't quite make it to the preservation process, which is totally fine. Eating it fresh is priority number 1. That's what we want to do. So we just try to keep growing more and more each year, so we'll be able to preserve. But I will make cucumbers, pickles, if I'm able to get enough cucumbers at one time to pickle. All right, now my second favorite thing to grow. Get to my first favorite thing in just a minute, but my second favorite thing to grow is peppers, and I have a ton of peppers here. I'm not starting every seed in all these packs. This is just, I might have 3 or 4 of one, 3 or 4 of another, 3 or 4 of another, you know. These are just the different varieties that I'm going to grow, and you can tell some of these are open because I grew them last year, and we're just going to work through them again this year. From In My Gardener, I have regular hot jalapenos. Then we have from Burpee hot pepper, hot salsa blend. We don't normally grow a lot of hot peppers, but I want to try to make my own hot sauce. And I actually really like jalapenos. I'll make stuffed jalapenos and things like that. So we're going to try a couple hot ones. Then we have our, from In My Gardener, Sunbright. This is a yellow bell pepper. Then from Baker Creek, I have my lilac, that didn't come out right, lilac bell pepper, a purple bell pepper, purple, we'll just say purple. Then these are my dad's favorite banana peppers, also from Baker Creek. We have from In My Gardener, big red bell pepper, so it's just a red bell pepper, a coral bell pepper, which is an orange bell pepper. And then we have from Burpee, it's a sweet pepper carnival blend. It says it includes orange sun, California wonder, golden California wonder, purple beauty, and diamond. The diamond is the reason that I wanted to grow this one. I've never seen a white bell pepper. Well, it's kind of a yellowy white color. So I want to see those. Hopefully the ones that I pick out of that pack, I might get some white ones. Bullnose peppers. It says historic, old heirloom type, popular in early America, and was grown by Thomas Jefferson. Delicious, good sized fruit, and are great in salads or for cooking. This is just a bell pepper as well, but they're big, so I like those. This is a California Wonder. Yeah, I opened it and started it already last year, so we're just gonna work through that one. And this is the same thing, California Wonder, and those are American Seed Company. You can get those at Dollar Tree or Dollar General. I believe I got these when Dollar General put everything like 90 something% off, and they were like pennies, literally like 10, I don't even think it was that much, like 3 and 5 cents for seed packs. I went through and picked out everything that we grow. I did not take everything. I left stuff that we wouldn't grow. Or like I only got a few packs of these. I didn't get like 30 packs of bell peppers because we're not going to grow those in a reasonable amount of time. But I did go through and grab everything that we could. But I think Dollar Tree has this brand 4 for $1. So even if you can't afford a $2 pack of seeds from In My Gardener with shipping and all that, run to your Dollar Tree. Anything that you grow yourself is going to be better than store-bought food, in my personal opinion. So I'm saying even if you have to get 25-cent packs of seeds, growing it yourself is where it's at. The last one, Orange Bell. These did really good last year. These are from Baker Creek as well, orange bell peppers. And now on to my favorite, tomatoes. I love, love, love growing tomatoes. You get so much fruit from such a small plant, and they're really forgiving, and there's a lot of really cool things about tomatoes, and I'll do some more videos later on in the gardening season talking more about tomatoes. But just to show you guys what we're growing, like I said, Baker Creek gives away free seed packets with each order, and this one is a purple Russian tomato. I got several packs of these, and I even gave some away in a seed swap before I even planted them. And then once I planted them, I really, really liked them. I made a lot of sauce with them. They were great for just eating fresh. They did really well. I look for things that are good in drought conditions, even though we don't have, I guess, what would be considered a drought. I'm not sure. Around here, we have issues in our location with irrigation, with getting water to our garden, and we have really, really hot, dry summers. Like, I don't think it was last summer, the summer before, I was like, I think it's been 3 months since it's rained. It was crazy. So I look for things that can survive in those harsh conditions, and this did really well even with our rough conditions. So I love the purple Russian tomatoes, and we will grow them again probably every year. Then from In My Gardener, I've started these last year, and they did really well. Tessa's Landrace Currant tomatoes. These are adorable. One of my other gardening friends, he said that him and his wife were baffled. I gave them some plants just to start, some started plants that we didn't have room for. And he said they were looking at it and they were like, is it done? Why does it look like that? Because they're so tiny. And they were like, it's red. It looks like a tomato. And I was like, yeah, they're supposed to be that little. They are gorgeous. They look really, really cute on the vine. My daughter, my 3-year-old, will stand at the plant and just pick them right off and eat them. She'll eat the green ones if I let her. I have to catch her. But yeah, those are awesome, and we're definitely going to grow those every year. Aroma Tomatoes. These are great for canning, for sauce, any kind of preservation, and they're super, super prolific. Our most prolific tomatoes are usually Roma tomatoes, so we'll grow those every year. These are new. These are some of the ones that I said were given to me, and we are gonna start these and see how they go. They're burpee seeds, and it's tomato steak sandwich hybrid. So I'm excited about that. I'm assuming it's kind of like a beefsteak, so we're gonna try those. And then these I'm really excited to see on the vine. Super Sweet 100 hybrids. They look super cute, like those little like the Landrace Currant tomatoes. So we're gonna try to grow these and see how they do. And for a variety, I like to have different colored tomatoes in my salad. When I can, I don't care. It can be any kind of tomato. It doesn't matter. I like any kind of red tomato, whatever. I've used the purple Russian tomatoes to can as well, but they're still pretty much red. But in my salad, I like to have a little, I don't know. I think it looks fancy. So these are blueberry cherry tomatoes from Baker Creek. Yeah, blueberry cherries. It says amethyst blue cherries turn in deep red where shaded in elongated clusters. Plants yield all season. So we're going to start some more of these. And then these are new. I haven't tried these yet, but I'm really excited to. They're called Champagne Bubbles tomatoes. They're another, I'm not sure if they're a cherry or saladette. Cherry tomato. It's a mini cherry tomato is one of the sweetest on the market. Its abundant yields and vigorous growing habits will require trellising, disease resistant and heat tolerant. So not only are they adorable, this picture doesn't do it justice, but they're adorable. Yeah, they're heat tolerant, which is one thing I look for, and super sweet. So I'm really excited to try these. I hope they survive. I'm still new to the whole seed starting and hardening off and transplanting, so I'm just hoping all these survive. And then this is probably my favorite tomato. I don't know, it's so hard to pick. Who said I had to pick? I love this one. Barry's Crazy Cherry Tomatoes. These are a Wild Boar Farms Wild Boar Farms tomato that's sold by Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. That's where I got mine. Barry's Crazy Cherry. And it says mind-boggling humongous clusters, 40 to 60 fruit of beaked yellow cherries. Sweet, great for salad. Like I said, my 3-year-old will stand there and pick them off the plant and just eat them directly. But I still was able, usually she'll clean the plant while I'm harvesting or working in the garden or whatever I'm doing. But this one was so prolific, like, I can't even explain it. I would get baskets full even after she had stood there and ate what she wanted. And that was from one plant. So I'm going to start several. We'll sell extra produce, give it away, however, whatever we decide to do, but I want to make sure I have plenty of these. These were awesome. They taste really good, and it's something about a tomato plant, like, the plant is pretty. So when I say, like, I love seeing it on the vine, like them little bitty currant tomatoes, this is another one that I love seeing on the vine. I like seeing those huge clusters, and it's just so prolific, and it's exciting to know that you did that. Like, you get this little bitty pack of seeds. It has minimum 15 seeds, but you start with a teeny tiny seed, and then you have this big plant that produces all these tomatoes, and it's really, I don't know, it makes me really excited. So and then last but not least, my favorite thing that I'm excited to, this is the one I keep saying is my favorite, but the thing that I'm most excited to start, I saw these on a Living Traditions homestead video where she was canning her sauce, and she had a ton, Sarah, I believe is her name, had her whole counter was covered in these tomatoes. They're Jetstar, hybrid tomato Jetstar seeds. But they were all perfect. Like, they look better. Obviously, we know they taste better than store-bought tomatoes, but they looked better than anything I've ever seen in a store. They were all about the same size. They were all about the same color, and there were so many. So I was like, yes, I have to find those. And I've been trying to find them for a while, but they are hybrids. So some of the places that I normally look, I wasn't seeing them. So I finally just had to do a Google search, and that's how I found seeds and such. They are non-GMO and all that good stuff, but they're a hybrid. Let's see. I think this is a generic. Yeah, this is a generic seed pack, so it doesn't have any specific information about the Jetstar itself. But I'm really excited to try these. I think they're going to be really prolific, and I think they're going to be pretty fruits themselves. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. And you guys just make sure that you like this video and subscribe so you can see the whole how this ends up. If I'm able to get what I plan to get out of these, or if I lose them in transplant, or what happens. This is more of a how I garden video than a how-to. I'm still learning. So yes, follow my journey with me and see how this goes, and how many crazy cherries we get and how many Jetstars we get. I'm so excited to document this year with you guys. This is my first year on YouTube, so this will be my first gardening season where I get to document all the process and everything. So like and subscribe so you can go on this journey with me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.